Today, I have to tell you something very shocking. If you do product research on Amazon, you have to use the right tool. Not a shocker. It is actually because all the tools should work on the same principles, but they come up with wrong results or different results. So for you, it's super, super important to pick the right tool that is the closest to actual figures and facts. I'm going to show you the difference in two tools, which I work both with, and one I like and the other one I don't like so much. So let's get started. If you know Amazon and you just have no idea what you want to sell, then you could go here. Oops, sorry. You could go here on the left-hand side and just check movers and shakers. I really like that, just to get some inspiration. I did a video about that, by the way, on how to get some ideas. And then you also see all the categories, right? And then you see, and that's very important because all tools use the BSR, which is the bestseller rank, to calculate the monthly revenue, which is an indicator for you if there's high demand or low demand, right? So that's one of the main factors that people generally look for. Find something that has high demand with low competition. Ooh, what a surprise. So you check in the categories, and there's different categories. Some are really huge, like electronics and books. Obviously, like books is still like the thing for Amazon. Toys is really big. Sports is quite big. Home and kitchen. Home and kitchen, like over 60% of sellers start selling in home and kitchen, right? But then there is a different category which is called kitchen and dining, which is actually also one of the main categories for Amazon. So if you look in this here, you get some sort of idea, and then you can click into something. So let's just click into office products, which is a way smaller category, by the way. And then you say, oh, okay, office products, that's movers and shakers, great. And then you can click down, find out what's going on, and yeah. So you can just get some sort of idea what's happening. You see more categories if you go to the bestseller list. And let's say go again. Let's click again onto office products. And then you see all these ones. So now let's go into education and craft. And then you see, whoa, it's going even further down. So when you pick a product and you sell it, you go through all these categories and find obviously what's the closest one that describes your product the best, which is the best fitting one. If you have multiple ones, I personally always choose the one that goes deeper, just because it's easier for me to get my rank. Because why is it important? Amazon's bestseller rank obviously is always in comparison to somebody else. So if you are in a very, very niche category, it's easier for you compared to the other 10 people that are in this category to get a bestseller status. So you could actually become a bestseller in a category that's very, very nichey just because you picked it. Because there's only 10 sellers, where there would be other categories where there is 10,000 sellers. So to become obviously number one of 10,000 is a bit harder. Right? You have to sell way more. So that's just on a side note. So if you ever need to choose a category, choose the one that's most fitting. If you have multiple options, choose the one that is going deeper. That's what I do anyhow. So now what's important, you just saw that if you have two different categories, home and kitchen and dining. That's what a lot of people choose to start selling in. So I just thought, okay, for today I'll make a little comparison between one of my favorite tools, Helium 10, mainly because it's just so accurate. How do I know it's accurate? Because I checked it on my own products. I use this tool for my monthly account management for my clients, so I know actually what they're selling, because I can actually see the figures in their backend, and then I can check also with Helium 10 and I think, yep, cool, there's maybe sometimes one or two off, but that's all right. I mean, in tens of thousands, making one sale less or more, it's all right. Especially depends a little bit on the time when they run their tools, and also, I mean, obviously when Amazon updates their bestseller rank, so that's fine. Where there's other tools that are not super fine because they're choosing the wrong category. So you can see here, if you go for wooden chopping boards, and you know that some people want to start selling them just because they like them, or maybe they have some idea what they can make different. Or I know that there's a lot of people who want to do like the mix of chopping boards with resin in it and stuff, different sizing, with handle, no handle, with hole, and all these kind of things. So I just typed this in. Same in delivery addresses for my other one, which I'm going to show you in a second. And then you get this result. If you click on your X-ray, that's the tool, you get this result. You say, I removed all the sponsored ads, so you can't see them in here now. So it starts with number 3, which is the first organic listing. I see some of these have no BSR or haven't been selling, or sometimes Amazon just ignore them. But let's check the other ones. And you can see here, cool, that's the category, kitchen and dining. Yep, that's all right. You can check the one, this one here. I got this open. So that's this guy. They've been selling quite well. You can see their BSR is super low. And why is this important? Again, if you have 100,000 products in one listing and you made it to number, I don't know, 600 or something, then you're selling pretty well. If you are in a category where there's only 1,000 products and you made it to a 600, then you are less than average. So, and that's how the money works, right? So the lower the BSR and the bigger the category, the more money you'll make. So it's really important for you to, when you do your product research, to analyze the demand based on a category. A category size is super important for the BSR and therefore for the demand. So you go down here and you can actually check, is this really kitchen and dining? And you have to scroll right to the bottom. And then Amazon will tell you here, product information. Yep, cool, what's happening? Tons of reviews. And then here, 651 in kitchen and dining. Yeah, so that's the category. And the subcategory is cutting boards. And that's what I mentioned before. When you choose your actual minor category, you wouldn't just go for kitchen and dining because it would be really hard for you. But you go into cutting boards, or maybe even, I don't know, cutting board sets or something. Maybe that's another category. Then you may be even getting to page 1 and to the bestseller rank. So you can check this here. Where now I show you the second tool that I've gone, and I choose the same keyword, which is wooden chopping boards. I want to be all accurate. The search volume is still quite accurate, and also the average unit price. So these things up here do match. You say that here, 51. That's a little bit off, but it's all right. I mean, like I said, it's all estimated. Nobody actually told. Amazon doesn't actually send the details over to any of these tools. All estimated. So we're trying to find the best guesstimator for our research because our business depends on it, right? So you see here, this tool, Zonbase, Zonpilot, Zonbase, all the same. Already removed all the ads, which is all right. I do like to see the ads for the simple fact that I like to know how many ads are there actually, and are they making money? Do they show up 2 times? You can always filter them out. So you can't really see here. Yes. So what's going on? They have the category home and kitchen. And I just explained that home and kitchen is a different category than kitchen and dining. In fact, home and kitchen is one of the biggest categories on Amazon, way bigger than kitchen and dining. You would think so, right? So they're both main categories, but home and kitchen is way bigger. So if you are a number 1 in home and kitchen, you probably make like 10 times the amount than if you are number 1 in kitchen and dining. So that's why it's so important. So they still have the same bestseller rank. So this is a little bit off. The other one was 651. It's probably just hasn't updated yet, so I'm not going to be too critical about that. But again, 523 in home and kitchen is completely different. So you see here the amount they calculating their make based on this BSR. They saying they're making like almost 15,000 sales a month, which is like almost what is it, $270,000 $1,000 a month. That's huge. Where over here we have the same, and then you can see that's the BSR here. No revenue. Let's just check the second one. Oops. So 2,620 for the second one, still the same. Home and kitchen, monthly sales 2,600, 44,000 in revenue. Click on here, 2,900. That's what they're estimating in sales. What's happening? 1,300, 22,000. So you can see it's halved. It's just half the demand, right? Half the revenue. Let's check another one. Number 3, bamboo cutting board. Again, home and kitchen. 3,400 here, almost $100,000 in revenue. You go here, number 3, which is bamboo cutting board, is the same one, and it makes $17,000. So it's super important. Look, I mean, that's like a huge difference. Yeah, right. That's like first the BSR is a bit off for the other one as well. But here you can see 93,000, where the 17,000. That's major. That's major different. If you do your product research, and I mean this is quite obvious, and they're all big players, and most of these people make money. But let's just imagine you're going to a category which is a bit smaller, and you're a bit more particular with your keywords. And let's say most of these people here would be in the 2,000 in revenue, which happens like if you go for something like, I don't know, a macrame kit or some bread baskets where there's only a few main players and then everybody else just really struggles and just like, I don't know, can pay the Amazon fees. So especially if you go following a few gurus out there who say, oh, if you have just 3,000 or people make $5,000, that's fine. Imagine you're using this tool. And then you see everybody here makes 5,000. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, that's really cool. Everybody makes money, high demand, low competition. Whoa, I'm going to jump into that category. And then once you actually hit the market, you realize there's no sales happening. There's no sale. The people who actually made 5,000 based on this tool are really only making 1,500. And that's with a lot of PPC and sweat and tears and nightmares every night. So choosing the right tool from the very beginning is super important. Like I said, not all tools are super accurate. Not all tools will ever be 100% just because, like I said, Amazon doesn't hand over the data. But you can have a trial for most of these tools, 1 week, 2 weeks, a month. Do yourself the favor, and maybe me a little bit, by testing a lot of tools. Check them out and check them. If you're already selling, check them on your own product and see which one is the best, is the most accurate. Because there's no point of saving some money by then really choosing the wrong product. This is really off based on the category. Maybe they fix it one day. Maybe they watch this video and they fix it one day. At the moment, they don't. They're still quite off when it comes to the BSR. So for me, I would choose Helium 10 because I know it's the closest one. If you feel like, I don't know, Jungle Scout or Zonguru or Igro or I don't know, any of the other tools is great as well for you, especially for the functionality. And obviously, it's a bit, the other ones are a bit cheaper. However, I think it's really important. It's a business. You wouldn't start going and cutting wood with a blend saw. So I reckon that's really important that you're using the right tool from the beginning, but test them all out and tell me your thoughts. I would really like to know if you've tested other tools and which one you find the most accurate. It would be awesome. Thank you so much.